How you going, people? Well, here we go. Installing a wall safe. Starting. Okay, once I got my studs on both sides here, it's about the same 13.5 inches, which is the width of the safe. So I started in the middle, and then I work my way up and down. This is the lowest part I want to be. I got my level it off, drew a straight line. You probably can't see it. There's a little line right there. And then I measured the top of the safe, put a little mark right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. There's a little mark right there. Leveled that off, drew my line, and now I'm just going to cut up the straight up the two 2x4s until I get my hole. And once I get past those two 2x4s, I might have to put a cross beam at the bottom. Finishing this cut here. Alright. So now I'm going to go up and do the same thing at the top. So this is the safe I got. I got it at Harbor Freight. I think it was on sale for 49 or 50 bucks, something like that. And it's got a keypad and a key lock. So if the keypad goes out, you can use the key. And keypad works, set it up. You can tell it's got a nice overlay lip. The length of it is about the length of the, if I can get it up there, of those two 2x4s. So I'll finish cutting that out. Okay, I just set the safe up there and see if it fit. And I knew I went a little small because I wanted it tight. So you can tell it's pretty tight on the sides. So that's going to be good, but the bottom, I went a little short. And I need to cut that down a little bit more. Either to take more off the top, take more off the bottom. I think I'm going to take more off the top because when a picture goes over that, I want the picture to be at eye level. I'll have to put the picture up there and see what it looks like. But I need to take about maybe a quarter, half inch of sheetrock from the top or bottom. And that's because I wanted a tight fit. I intentionally made it smaller. I'd rather it be too small than too big and loose. So let me fix that. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but they put the stud in crooked. So it's actually leaning in at an angle instead of straight. So because it's at an angle, this part is out more. The safe won't go in even though I'm at max distance. So I had to get a wood file, and I just got in here, and hopefully you guys can see this. And I'm just taking down some of that 2x4 with a wood file to try and make this, because the 2x4 is like this, so I'm taking off a little bit of the angle here so this safe will fit, because it fits everywhere but right here. And this is where it's angled the most. And I don't think I'm going to need a piece of wood at the bottom, because that damn thing going in there is hard. I mean, I got to get a rubber mallet to try to get in there. And this is taking off sheetrock too, but really, I want to take off the wood. I could go get my electric sander and it would make too much dust, so I'm just using this. Let's see if that fits now. Okay, so here are the screws that they give you. It looks like they gave you 4. So I'm going to drill the size of this to go through the hole. I'll put this in because of the slants. I'll slide the whole thing through the 2x4 and through the safe. Then I'll put these washers on, and as I screw this down, it should pull this piece in, which will cause this to expand inside the 2x4 and make it really solid for the 2x4. So this ain't coming out. Okay, so I'll mark the holes. I used a smaller bit to kind of put like a little pilot hole in there. and then I'm going to switch out and put my larger bit in. One bit's too big, and this one's a little small, so it's kind of a... So let's see if we can't get this. By putting that pilot hole in there, I know I'm going to get a straighter drill. And because this drill bit's just a little bit small for those screws, I tested it on a 2x4 in the garage and I couldn't get the screw in unless I really did some whittling out. So that's why I'm whittling. I know you shouldn't do that. I don't want to break my bit. But if I go to the bigger bit size, it's too big. And I want to say this is maybe 3/8 or something. Okay, so once I drill a hole, I had to get this little round wood file that I had and just kind of go through here and make this to where this whole tube fits in there and slides in like so. Now this is a huge problem. Whoever designed this wanted to make something really, really difficult. So this, I have to take these off. I have to push this all the way in to where it's level. I have to push the screw in to where it can fall backwards, take all this off. Then once I put the safe in, I'm going to use a magnet to pull the screw back out. Because I can't get the screw, this can't go in, this has to go in as a set. So the only thing that's left is when I put this in, I have to push the screw equal like so, put the safe in, and then put a magnet. Where's my little magnet? And they absolutely have no directions on this whatsoever. They don't mention the bolt, they don't show the bolt, nothing. So once I get this in there, hopefully my screw doesn't fall out. I'm going to put my thing in there and that'll pull the screw back through. And then hopefully I can put my washers and nuts on it. Wow, that's going to be... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little of this super lube because it's kind of good and creamy and thick. I'm going to put that around the screws to hopefully stop this screw from falling out. So, I mean, if it's in here this far, it should be okay. But if it falls through, I'm screwed. So, I've just got to push it to where right there, put the safe in, and then hopefully be able to pull that back through. What a freaking pain in the butt. Wow. I'm not going to videotape that. That'd be too much cussing. Alright, so all the screws are in. They're ready to try and put the safe back in. Okay, so the craptastic bolt from that came with this was completely junk. There was no way I was going to get this to come back through that hole. So, this is a 1/4 inch screw. So I went and got 1/4 inch lag bolt, and I got these little lag bolt anchors, and basically when you screw this in here, you'll see this start to split. See that split? So I'm going to screw this lag bolt into here, and basically I had to whittle out the hole a little bit to get that through there. So I'm going to hammer those in. And then I'll put my lag bolts through there when I put the safe on. And that's how I'm going to anchor it, because their thing is just crap. The other thing that I was going to do, if that didn't work, is just try to drill a hole through the safe and then just get a good high quality wood screw and just screw it right in the 2x4. And I might do that anyway. I'm going to try to drill through there. If I can drill another hole, maybe in the middle here on each side, and that way I'll just put a little wood screw in there too to give it, instead of 4 anchor points. These lag bolts are going to be plenty strong. I mean, if somebody wants to steal one of these, the easiest way is to come in here with a damn jigsaw, cut the two 2x4s right here at the top, and then at the bottom pull the whole safe out and then carry it away. But the idea is they won't find it and they won't see it. And they won't know about it. And this isn't my house anyway. I'm at my buddy's house, so I don't have to, nobody knows where he lives, so you don't know where the safe's at. Alright, let me pound those other two in. Okay, those lag bolts went in pretty damn strong. A lot easier fix to that. 4 of those, I didn't have to put anything else in there. The holes are 1/4 inch, so if you get the same union type thing, I'm sure they're pretty much all the same. It says Union Safe Company, Harbor Freight. I would just get lag bolts like I kind of did and put those in there, or just shoot straight lag bolts into the wood. Drill a hole a little bit in a 2x4 and put straight lag bolts in the wood. Be just as strong. I mean, this thing's sturdy. It ain't going nowhere. It's solid as a rock. And that's it for mounting and putting in a little wall safe. If you guys enjoyed it, wasn't a bad little project. If I hadn't had that screw trying to do their Chinese crap-tasm, you know, rigging that they did, it would have been an hour and a half project, because I had to run Home Depot and get lag bolts and all the other stuff a little bit longer. But anyway, still got it in within 3.5 hours with a trip to Home Depot and a couple breaks. So we'll end that there on putting in a wall safe. Pretty nice. Again, these aren't really made for like securing stuff for people to break into. They're more made for, hopefully they don't find it and then they don't know what's in it. And there's 2 little shelves that go in there. That I'll just put those 2 little shelves in and I'll be good to go. Okay, we'll end that there.